Hi everybody, Kim Wilson here, and welcome to the September card class. So glad to see you today. The sun is shining and my maple leaves are starting to fall. So it's time for some fall projects. So we're doing some fall themed projects with the colors and the papers and everything, but we're still keeping some encouragement. So this one's going to be a little note to brighten someone's day. And we're going to start out with our fun fold today. 3 projects today, and our fun fold's coming first. And let's see, for this project, I'm using the Changing Leaves Suite or the bundle here. So we're using some of the leaves, and I showed you earlier how to use the hybrid embossing folder. So if you have a kit, you will already have one of the leaves cut out. So you'll have either this one, or this one. The fun thing about this folder is that it cuts and embosses at the same time. So you just put your paper in, line it up with the folder. Of course, I have it backwards here. Okay, so the logo side up, then line it up with those images in the center, and it just kind of pops in, and you'll know when you get it because it'll stay firm, stay where it is. Put your paper in, run it through, and then you'll get your die cut leaves. And in your kit you should have, and I do have kits left if you want to purchase this class. So this one I'm going to have the maple leaf, just speaking of maple leaves. So, and then the paper I used was the Iconic Occasions Designer Series paper, and it has paper that is perfect for all the fall seasons and Christmas holidays. So this one I'm going to use here has the has some trees and the pecan pie color, which is perfect for fall. There's some stripes on the other side. I think I'll go ahead and use this one. My sample here has some cherry cobbler leaves, and then there's some the one with pumpkins, so it's a great paper for fall, and it is 6x6, so it's easy to carry around and use. So the double flap card can be done in either landscapes orientation like I have here for our sample today, or portrait, and it's really the exact same design for either way, even though it looks quite a bit different. Here it is open, and it's called double flap because first you fold in that flap and then that flap. And same with this one, we have the outer flap and the inner one, but it's the same exact measurements except for this card. We're starting with a hot dog, half of our cardstock, and this one we're starting with the hamburger. So we're going to do this one today, and let's see, I guess we can just get started. So I've already in the kit, I've already prepared the card base, and so that's going to look like this, and you can see I've cut it hot dog style, but then I've also taken the top diagonal from the front away because that's going to be our top flap. And then we also have this little card that's going to be on the top, and then I have a piece of very vanilla. I like vanilla for fall cards. I just think it gives a little bit more of that that fall vibe than the white, stark white, but white's good too. I mean, I used white in that one. So let's we need to first cut our designer series paper. So if you have a kit, I just gave you the full sheet, and it's just your typical 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece, and we're just going to cut it diagonally. Just make sure that when you cut it the right diagonal. So I want to cut it this way so that I can have half of it on this piece and half of it on the inside piece. If you cut it the other way, you might end up having to use the other side of the paper. So let's cut that, and then we'll be ready to roll with putting this together. I feel like it's been a long time since I've done a class, but it's only been a month. Okay, so we'll put the bottom half on this outside flap, and of course we're just leaving a little gap all around as usual, and then the other piece goes on this one. And that'd be cute for Christmas with the plaid there, the stripes for a Christmas one. But we're gonna go with kind of fall colors. Although this color could be Christmas as well. So, okay, that part's done. And now maybe we'll do some stamping. So I only have a sentiment on the outside of the card, so you can write a little tiny note on the inside, but if you wanted to stamp something on the inside, that's good too. And I always do the stamping first before I put anything together with my piece, in case I have to flip it over and use the other side. And I'm using Pecan Pie ink, and there's my sentiment, and I actually got it straight, so we'll go with that one. And then that's going to go on my little mini card here. So we'll go ahead and glue that on now that I've got my stamping part done. And now when I made my sample, I thought I had it centered, but I really didn't quite have it centered. You can see it's a little bit off. It still works. I've got my double flap there. But make sure when you're putting your little mini card on that it is centered, because you want to make sure that this flap will not impede with the folding of that flap. So you might want to just practice a little bit and make sure you've got it exactly where you want it, because you want that to be centered right in the middle of where it ends up. Okay, that looks good there. Maybe I will put a little glue on the back here and then just flip it over, since I know that's gonna work out well and not be off center like my first one was. But nobody will notice, right? I'm just a little off center anyway, so that's just the way I roll. And then you can put your inside piece there. This one's kind of very pecan pie because I have all of the brown colors. This one I have it kind of a little mixture of other colors. And our maple leaf can go right there, or if you want to have it upside down, it could go right there. I don't know, which way do you think? Either way looks good. Let's be different and do it this way. Put that on there. There's plenty of room. If you have the largest one, you might be a little pinched for space, but it can hang over the edges as long as it doesn't hang over the whole entire card, of course. Okay, and then some embellishments, of course, and I just love this one. It's called Faux Glass Dots, and the Faux Glass Dots and the Changing Leaves bundle are both non-orderable at the moment, but they're both supposed to be back in stock probably by next week. So hopefully those will both be back next week. I love this these dots because they're all the fall colors, and so they will just be perfect for some embellishments here. Let me grab my take your pick tool, and what color should we do? Let's do this one. And they don't have the colors marked anymore on the back, so I'm just guessing on the colors here. That looks like Old Olive. This looks like, you know, maybe Cajun Craze and Pumpkin Pie and maybe Wild Wheat. I don't know. I'll look those up later and post them, the colors, because I like to know the colors of my embellishments. So we'll have to put that in the suggestion box to put those colors in. And there's two sizes of these dots too. So let's do 2 there and 2 there, or 1 there, maybe. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I like to do them in 3s. All right, so there's the 2 cards. This one that we just did, the double flap, and the one from before. And then here's the one portrait style. And again, this is exactly the same except for your card base. Your card base is going to be the usual dimensions for that way, and the same exact dimensions for the little mini card. It just gets flipped the other direction. So let me hold up my instructions. They will be, and they are already posted in this private group. If you're watching it on YouTube, then you won't see them, but I'll just hold them up there for a second so you can grab those measurements and the product list and my color combination. Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, Wild Wheat, and Pecan Pie. So hope you enjoyed that one for fall or any occasion, depending on the colors you use. I'll be back in just a minute with the second card for class this month. Happy crafting!